Hey, grace and peace, everybody. We're back. You saw the thumbnail, you saw the title. You know what we're about to do. Let's take just a quick moment to dive into this email that Judge Whitaker received from one of the jurors. And I wanted you to hear what they said. And maybe you didn't even hear what the jurors said when they brought the juror in to talk about it. So let's do this. This is going to be a one and done. So hopefully I'll keep all the mistakes minimal. Let's bring it in. Let's go.
So I have an email from one of the jurors this morning. Interestingly, he sent two different drafts of it. The first says, it's to my assistant. When you have a moment, please relay this to the judge. Good morning, Judge Whitaker. I am requesting to be removed from the current case due to the length of this trial and how the state has handled this case. I can no longer be unbiased towards any decisions moving forward. Yesterday provided a glimpse of how the state presented its evidence, and I foresee another 3 to 6 months with the remaining defendants. Thanks. But then that's not what he really meant to send, because
Yeah, that was discombobulated. Okay, listen to you heard the first email. Listen to the second one. Let's see how we go.
As he said, I didn't mean to send this version, not the other one, with a minor correction. Hope all is well. When you have a moment, can you relay this email to the judge? Good morning, Judge Whitaker. I am requesting to be removed from the current case due to the length of this trial and how the state has handled this case. I will be biased towards any decisions moving forward. Yesterday provided a glimpse of how the state presented its evidence, and I foresee another 3 to 6 months with the remaining defendants. Thanks. Now, this is the same juror who a few months back asked to be removed from the case and provided no reason whatsoever. And so I just ignored it. I just said, no, you're not removed. Doesn't work that way.
Okay, I wanted you to hear that. So this juror, basically, Judge Whitaker is kind of making it clear this guy's a problem child. He's asked to be let off for no good reason before. Now he's writing an email. Okay, I wrote 2 emails, truth be told. But get the shade that was thrown in those 2 emails. He didn't need to put that shade from the first one about how poorly this case is running, how long it's taken. But I do think Judge Whitaker, in my opinion, is being disingenuous that, and you'll hear in a moment when she breaks it down, it's almost like she's oblivious about how long this case has been going and the wear and tear it has on the men and women in the juror box. But let's go.
And so I think this is just a ploy to get off of a case that he's sick of being on because it's taking up his time.
Is that bad?
Obviously, we can have him out and privately, not with the other jurors around, and ask whatever questions we want of him. Willing to hear what anybody has to say about it.
Wild.
I don't know from the court's perspective if this would be appropriate, but I would have no objection to informing this juror that it might not be 3 to 6 months. And I think it might not be 3 to 6 months or whatever he said. And I think that is accurate and honest at this point.
I mean, I think it would be fair to say we have no expectation that it'll be another 3 to 6 months.
Okay, and this is where I wanted to push back. Okay, you might believe that it's not going to be 3 to 6 months. But please remember, this juror thought that he was going to be on a 6-week case, and at very most 6 months. We are now cruising on year 2. You got to be sympathetic that they're not just making this up. He's not just saying this out of whole cloth. I mean, there's a reality. They've been there a long time. They've been there a long time. And now Hilton is going to get up and speak. And to me, I think Hilton speaking is proof positive that the man's fears are not unfounded. Watch this.
He said that he is biased
towards any decisions whatever that means.
Right, but he said it, but he specifically talked about the state and how the state is cleaning up his case. So therefore, the state would have some concern with the juror not being able to remain fair and impartial, given what his language was. He didn't say to either side, he said specifically to the state.
No, he didn't. He said, I will be biased towards any decisions moving forward. Yesterday provided a glimpse of how the state presented its evidence, and I foresee another 3 to 6 months with the remaining defendants. And frankly, you have to start a case unbiased, but as you listen to the evidence, as long as you don't deliberate with anybody, you can mull the evidence in your own mind. And frankly, if y'all are presenting the case in a way that is driving a juror crazy, that's on you.
Okay, that was painful. That was painful. She said, I mean, Judge Whitaker's over this. She really is. And you'll see in a moment when she talks to the juror, look, she wants, like, she almost wanted him to throw her a lifeline to get out of here. I think, first of all, I don't think the man should have wrote the email. He should have just been like 12 angry men and just sat through it. And once he got in the jury deliberation room, unleashed and helped people sway the way that I think most people are probably feeling the same way he's feeling. But let's let him finish up. Let's go, Jason.
It appears that his thoughts at this point is that and maybe that's what we need to ask him, whether or not he still be fair and impartial. Watch everything outside the presence.
I mean, I certainly think that would be appropriate.
Okay, so they're going to have the juror come out.
So
I really think that Judge
looking
Whitaker
for some
is
kind of the
being,
general language that we give about needing to decide the case based on the evidence. So once I find that, we'll get him out, and y'all can ask whatever questions you want.
And when that is complete, Your Honor, before we bring the whole jury out, I just want to say something to the court, put something on briefly on the record. That
Okay,
can wait
about
till after
this or something else?
Something else. It can wait.
Okay.
Thank you.
So I am in receipt of a correspondence from you this morning.
so the juror is in now.
I'm actually in receipt of both versions of it because you sent one and then you adjusted it, and my assistant had already sent that one to me, so I have both. And you seem to be expressing concerns about the length of the trial. And I've discussed that with all of the attorneys, and we all feel comfortable representing that there is really, it's almost certain that this trial will be over far before 3 to 6 months have elapsed. I think it is probable that it will be over before the end of this year. So I'd like to find out whether that assuages any of your concerns.
Given that you said probable, and I'll keep it as is, but I will, if it prolongs, and I will send out a correspondence again if it goes into 2025.
All right. Let me ask you as well. You said that first you said you could no longer be unbiased, and then you said that you would be biased towards any decisions moving forward. Is that because of your worries about how long the case might take?
Yes.
Okay.
I projected when we first began this entire case, we were projected to be in 6 months and then to a year.
Yeah.
And then given the circumstances in between, personally, I just feel like it's just too long.
Yeah.
I love what I do for a living. I miss what I do.
Yeah.
And it's been hindering a lot of things with family and friends. And
Yeah.
things. And so since you used probable in the sentence, and so therefore I can you're assuring that this will probably go toward the 2024 year, so then therefore I can still stay on board.
Okay. Let me ask you a couple of other things as well. I know that you were instructed with some version of entering the case and considering the evidence with an open mind and not reaching any final conclusions until the trial is over with. Can you continue to assess the evidence with an open mind?
Given the information that we just discussed, then yes,
All right. Okay, and can you decide this case based only on the evidence that is presented in the law that I give you and not on whether you like or dislike anybody's presentation style?
Since you work that way, then yes, I can go along with that.
All right.
Shooting for 2024 just to be.
All right. Do any of the attorneys have questions for this juror?
I do not, Your Honor.
All right.
I do not.
No, Your Honor.
All right. Thank you very much. I'll excuse you to the jury room and we'll have y'all all back in just a minute. Thank you.
All right. I do think that, okay, first of all, the juror shouldn't have written that letter. But even in his opportunity to address Judge Whitaker, I think, well, you wrote the letter, you done rung the bell, tell the truth. Like, this is what you see. Because he's saying this on the heels of the day that the prosecution presented a witness that talked about all the things that they found in Young Thug's house and all the things that ended up missing and basically probably were stolen from him. And that's what he's talking about. And I'm sure he's probably felt this way on other days as well. So the idea that they didn't have, he should have took the time to say, hey, this is how I feel. This is what's been going on. This is what I'm seeing. And just said, I want to get off of here. Now, granted, I still don't think Judge Whitaker would let him off. I don't think you should. That is the reason to get somebody off of a trial. However, I do think it would have been good for him to voice his concerns so that Judge Whitaker could have a full-orbed understanding of this is a problem. She sees it, but now I think she needs to hear it from a lay person because this is her job. This is her industry. So she might be a little bit nose blind to some of the shenanigans that are going on. And it would have been good for her to see that. So what do you think? Let me know down in the comments below. What do you think about Juror 56? Do you think he did the right thing? You think he didn't do the right thing? Whatever like that. I'd love to hear your thoughts down in the comments. And until next time, everybody, this is going to be a one and done. So once it's finished, it's going hot. There'll be no edits. So until next time, everybody, grace and peace. Take care.
Hit that like for deal with Christian. Yo, for deal with Christian. Smash that bell for DLC. Yo, smash it. Just smash it. Hit that like for deal with Christian. For deal with Christian. Smash that bell for DLC. Yo, smash it. Just smash it. Hit that like for deal with Christian.